Hello friends, and welcome back to Sunday School with me, Sarah. I'm going to be using this new oracle deck that I got. So this is not going to have any major arcana cards while we're looking at how to cultivate heaven upon earth this week, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and start with one card for the collective on how we can cultivate heaven upon earth this week. Okay, one more shuffle. Here we go. So, all right, so we've got the 6 of diamonds, and the way that I like to do divination is I read this like I would a tarot deck. So the 6 of diamonds is going to be the 6 of pentacles. The 6 of pentacles is about balanced give and take, reciprocity, relationships of reciprocity. Now, the important factor about bringing heaven to earth in terms of relationships of reciprocity is that you cannot truly have a relationship of internal reciprocity that you are feeling unless you want to give what you are giving to the relationship. This can be what you are giving to a partner in a relationship, what you are giving to a friend, a family member, what you are giving to work, what you are giving to charity, okay? Now, if you give because you feel like you're supposed to give, but you do not want to give, no amount of payment or re-gifted, received generosity from the other person is ever going to be enough. So what is important in this picture is that though you may be giving in terms of material goods, which includes your time, a material being moving through time, doing something, what is very important is that you are feeling an honest urge to give whatever it is you are giving this week so that there can be true reciprocity. And true reciprocity exists outside of the scope of an eye for an eye. True reciprocity is divorced from individual relationships and exists in the hands of the collective spirit of unity and love. So when you give to a person, place, thing, whatever it is, with a true feeling of joy and desire to give to that thing, you will receive back, not necessarily from that person. That is the nature of divine, heavenly oriented give and take reciprocity. You give and you know that you will receive back, but you do not demand that the person or thing or entity or company that you give to is the one giving it back to you. Of course, this can't exist in work relationships per se, but things like if you're invited to a work party and you don't want to go, that's something that's not required of you. So simply don't give your time to that relationship if it's not truly something that you want, because there's no amount of money that can make you feel okay about doing that thing, okay? Okay, the list can go on and on, but we're gonna move right along to your individual cards of the week, okay? So, pick card number 1, card number 2, or card number 3. Card number 1, card number 2, or card number 3. So for card number 1, how can you cultivate heaven upon earth this week? You have Livia. I don't actually know who Livia is. Like I said, this is a new deck, but Livia is surely a queen, and she is the queen of diamonds. Diamonds are pentacles, money, value, earth, treasures, jewels. So I really want to call her the queen of jewels this week. So she's having a Venusian aspect for me actually today, which is different than tarot. But this is how to cultivate your heaven upon earth this week, card number 1. are you lacking in terms of your ornamentation? This may seem very terrestrial, but when we tap into what we feel on the inside, what is beautiful to us, what environment would match what we value, that is bringing the polarities of inner and outer together, okay? So for instance, jewels sparkle like stars, okay? And so that's because we want the celestial energy of sparkling in our earthly domain. So how can you beautify your earthly domain this week? Do you need plants? Do you need new pictures on your wall? Do you need to paint? Do you need to draw? Do you need to watch beautiful films? Do you need to buy a new rug? Do you need to buy a new dress? Buy some new clothes? Do you need to go to a beautiful restaurant? Okay? So cultivate your own essence of royalty in the way that royalty has and cultivates its own abundance and uses that abundance to serve others. So the more that you are in your power of feeling like a queen, the more that you are able to give and share what you have, which is the nature of unified love, which is bringing heaven to earth. Okay, so take care of yourself, enjoy, indulge. That's part of your experience, is to treat yourself as well, okay? See the queen in the mirror this week, okay? No matter what body you are in, or if you cannot see the queen in the mirror, find the queen outside and admire her, and indulge in that beauty, in that physicality, okay? All right, so moving right along, card number two, we've got the Four of Diamonds reversed. So diamonds, again, diamonds are pentacles. So the Four of Diamonds reversed is going to be letting go of a security blanket, okay? So this is also like cleaning out your house, literally. When you have old items you've been hanging on to, old clothes that like represent a part of you that no longer exists, or maybe that's okay, but what if they represent a traumatic stage for you and you're holding on to trauma because it's emotionally comforting for you? So this is letting go of things that no longer serve you and are holding on to times in your life that represent fear, trauma, negative emotion, etc. So you can literally pick up items and you can just immediately feel, how does this feel? How does this feel when I pick this up? Does this feel good? Do I feel joy? Do I feel heaviness? Do I feel sadness? If it's weighing you down, pulling you down, let it go, okay? This also indicates to let go of relationships. Let go of clinging this week. Let go of clinging in general. And you're getting a second card that really wants to come in, which is called Ignita, which is this little dragon in the pentacle and the diamond, I should say. And so, you know, dragons are very cosmic. This dragon is kind of chained. Maybe he's breaking away from the chain. Okay, interesting. Okay, so this one is about harnessing a higher power, higher power and opening a window into that power. It's also about becoming unchained because the dragon is very undulating. It's undulating energy. It's very, very changeable. To be in its utmost strength, the dragon has to have mobility, okay? So to grab hold of your celestial strength this week, let go of things that are holding you back, holding you down, holding you rigidly in place in an oppressive way, and allow something new to come in, okay? Something new to come in that allows you opportunity to move and grow. Allow a new seed to be planted about how you think of things and how you think of objects, how you think of abundance, and maybe open up to a little bit more flexibility with objects and things and what they mean for you, and how easily it is to let go of them and allow another thing to come in. In fact, I would say even to do an experiment this week where you find something that you were at once attached to. It can be little, so it can be like a book, or it can be a postcard even. It can be something little, it can be a marble that you were attached to. It had meaning for you at one time, and then you let it go and allow the universe to return something to you, something new, a new seed to replace that item. And look into, for those of you who are doing all three cards, witness the universal reciprocity that arises when you allow yourself to let go of something and trust that something new that's more aligned with you now will take its place. Okay, card number three. Stop. Wait, you guys, for those of you who are just watching this, who just watched all three, this was the card, this was like the clarification card for card number 2. So let's see if I can just do it the separate reading now for card number 3. So card number 3, Ace of Diamonds. That's going to be an Ace of Pentacles. Now, okay, this is going to be to accept help from a source who has more power than you, but may not look too pretty, may not be your ideal of who you would want to help you, but may have more knowledge. This could also come in the form of a book, an author that may not seem attractive to you for some reason, or a podcast. It's so many things, anything you're drawn to, or something that's reaching out to you to provide you with assistance, a new seed. This dragon energy is key here, because the dragon, you know, he looks a little bit intimidating, and he's definitely like chained in. I wish I could read about Agnita, but Agnita sounds like it means to ignite. And also there's really this feeling of the dragon holding this diamond which contains the matrix, okay, which contains the matrix. So I would say in particular, how you bring heaven to earth is allow yourself to see something in a different way. Allow yourself to see something in a different way. And also allow a window of opportunity to come from looking at the things you don't want to look at. Looking at, I really have to say, like, looking at predatory aspects and your relationship to power, and predatory aspects of people and of yourself. And are you drawn to predatory aspects of people or yourself? This is about getting to know the beast in man and opening up that consciousness, bringing heaven to earth. Earth is the world of the beast, the animal. Heaven is the world of the highest conscious self. So this says to take a look at the beast, your beast. What is your beast wanting? What is your beast needing? How can you help out your beast responsibly? How can you create a new paradigm where your inner beast is allowed to have what it wants, but it's not necessarily doing any damage, but it is getting a bit of liberation from this harsh chain, okay? And then the other thing is, on a more of a mundane level, is to look at the beast in man. So look at what sort of predators that you're looking at every day. Okay, the world at large is completely fascinated and obsessed with watching people do bad things and violent things on the news and on TV and movies and video games. And why is that? What is it about the beast that is so utterly fascinating to us? And how can we integrate that energy in a way that's responsible for people? I mean, I'm kind of asking you guys, card number 3, to be like philosophers this week, okay? It's kind of deep thoughts type of situation. Could also be, though, literally tap into like your dog. Does your dog need more attention? Do you need to take your dog on a walk, or your cat, or your animal? Connect with your animal that you have, because we all have animals for a certain reason. Morgana is coming up right here. Morgana with her cat familiar, okay? Usually when we have pets or animals, they are actually our familiar in some way, okay? So really think about what animals you relate to as well. And if you relate to dragons, certainly think about what kind of dragon you would be, or you would have as a pet. All right, fun. Okay, thank you all so much for joining me this week. I love you guys, and feel free to share your experiences. I love when you do that. I'm available for readings and healings. You can book me on my website, lux10.com, lvxten.com, or DM me with any questions. Okay, see you guys next week.